However, what is in your control in that phase, let's call this phase 2 of business, is your humility and ego, which will often show up stubbornly trying to prove that you were right. And entrepreneurs like me in the past have been too romantic about our initial hypothesis about how we thought our product was going to be used, how many people we would use it, the problem it would solve. And you look at your product and you see clearly in the data that people are using it in a different way. They want a different thing that is outside of your original thesis, your original hypothesis. And some people at that moment, they'll stubbornly try and push their original idea, their hypothesis into existence. Let's increase the marketing. Let's educate the user base. But really, if you're humble enough and you're not attached to your ego, you're attached to the outcome and success of the business, you'll say, let's pivot. Let's change what we thought was true to fit what we now know is true. And that's where I think humility and a little bit of experience, because I think experience generates humility, comes from. You know, when I sit here on the podcast and I speak to people like Tom from Monzo and other founders of these massive companies that have disrupted industries, one of the things they consistently say to me is, I now know it was 10 times harder than I thought, and we were like 10 times wrong in our initial hypothesis about how this business would play out than I originally realized.